Hey, what's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast. We're going to talk on today, this afternoon, with aspiring draft analyst Anthony Pupo. We're about to recap the Patriots draft real quick. I have not had a chance to get up here and talk about it, so I'm going to bring him back in so we can talk about the draft. What's going on, man?
Hey, buddy. Hey, I'm doing fine like always. How are you doing? Good. How's the
Pretty
show
good,
going?
pretty good. Hey, grinding, one day at a time, as you know.
Yep, you got it. How are
You
things?
ready to
Good.
talk? Yeah, yes, sir. Same as you.
As always, my brother. As always.
You ready to talk some Patriots draft, man?
Hold on a second. Draft? I'm always
Yeah.
ready to talk draft. You know that. You know that.
Yeah, we about to recap. I ain't have a chance to bring you on. Like, hey, we like almost 2 months from the draft, and I still hadn't bring you on. So I promise I'll bring you back on so we can recap. Hey, you better than me at this stuff, man. So we about to go ahead and hop right on to it. Man, how did
Perfect.
you feel about? Yeah, how did you feel about the Drake May pick? That on. Well, I know we all thought that, but how did you feel about that pick?
Um, yeah, I mean, like everybody, it seemed like, the consensus, was obviously, Caleb Williams one, Jaden Daniels two, and obviously Drake May at three. In my mock, I had Drake May going two,
Mm,
and then Jaden Daniels going three because I wasn't believing the hype surrounding Jaden Daniels in all the smoke. But I mean, I was wrong, right? That's how mock drafts are, right? Everybody's wrong, right? No one's ever gonna get a like a perfect mock. It's almost impossible. You might have a better chance to win the lottery, man.
right.
It was you, like it was a good pick though. They needed a fresh start, right?
Yeah.
They needed it, and they got it, and like I really and we talked about this even before. I really think that he's not going to start day one. I think that Jacoby Brissett's going to, he's going to start and he's going to trot out there week one, and then I give May maybe like the sixth or so game, and then I think they will turn the keys to him.
Interesting you said that because that's actually my next question. What are your expectations for Drake May year one? Pinner, if he started week one, week six, the last 4 games of the season. I actually seen a report this morning on Twitter that said that a lot of people in the Patriots building think that he can start week one. And if you hear about what's going on in the OTAs and they got mandatory minicamp in a couple, I think next week I believe. He's picking up the offense real good. They're bringing him along slowly. They're working on the footwork and stuff. And they say he's responding pretty good to him. A lot of positive things are coming out of New England on Drake May. What are your expectations for him year one? Let's just say he does start week one. What would be your expectations for him
Okay, are we talking like stats wise or just overall?
overall?
Well, like I don't think that New England's going to be, a very strong team this year. Hate to say it, what? I know you're a Patriots fan. I think it's going to be another rebuilding year for them. I don't. I think they're going to be bottom 10, probably bottom five in the league, somewhere around
What's the
there. But
max number of wins that you could see them having?
max number, I would probably say if Drake May lights it up, maybe about seven.
That's high. I didn't think you'd go that high.
Yeah, seven, but I think they're gonna get either three, four, or five. But I mean,
Definitely a
expectation.
top five pick. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like honestly, like I really think he's gonna make some strides. And like, there's been questions, even before the draft. If New England were to pick him, would he start from day one? Now, just because he was picked, third overall, it doesn't mean he's gonna start. Out there. I think the best thing, honestly, is to let what Jacoby Brissett start. Let him learn a little bit. You know, and don't throw him into the fire. Right away. Because we see
You
an
don't want you
example.
don't want a situation like the Panthers last year, Bryce Young.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I don't think it was all on a supporting cast. Like I think part of the blame. You know, like it's got to be on Bryce Young too. But I think he's gonna have let's say like because you said right if he starts in day one, I think he's gonna put up maybe around like 16 to 18 touchdowns and like 6 picks, something like that. I mean, like,
Six picks.
he doesn't
If he
have,
starts week one, you said 16 touchdowns.
yeah, something like that. Because I mean, he doesn't have, like, great pieces around him. He has nice
Mhm.
pieces. So, if he had a little bit of a better supporting cast, I think he's pushing 20 TDs.
And then you got question marks on the offensive line, tight end. I mean, you got a lot of question marks with the team. The Patriots just they want a quarterback away from competing. They got a few more pieces on offense that they have to get figured out. What grade would you give the Patriots on the draft? I've seen a lot of people say A minus. I haven't really seen a low grade. A lot of people like this draft that they just had. And I can real quick, I can go through the
Yeah, I'm looking at it
picks.
right now too. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 second. Hold on. Drake May, Jalen Poe, Caden Wallace out of Penn State, Landon Robinson, Javon Baker. That's one of my favorite picks out of
Yep.
UCF. Marcellus Dow. I don't know. I've heard of some good things on him from South Carolina. Joe Milton was a question mark one, and Jaheim Bell. I called the Bell pick. So
Oh man, you called May, you called Baker, you
I
called
think Baker too.
yeah. Grade, I would honestly, I think I would give it's either A minus or B plus. I'm gonna say A minus. Like,
Oh wow.
like there's some starters. Like I'm looking here. Like
Later,
Polk and
Caden Wallace.
yeah. I mean he was a third rounder, so he's got some starter potential. He just you know you know Baker and Polk. I had them. In a similar range. So
Yeah,
I mean that was nice value for them. Obviously May, just talked about. Joel Milton's another interesting one because I was
that was a
reading
question. That was a weird one.
well, yeah, well, because I was reading my draft book, a few months ago, and they even said like, if things don't work out, as a quarterback, or he doesn't, play at all,
Hmm.
he can be a potential, a tight end conversion, similar to the guy or Logan Thomas. I think is he still in Washington or no? I didn't know.
I think he's a free agent.
Is he a free agent? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I think he's a free agent.
like you know, you guys needed this draft. As we know, it's a new era.
It's a rebuild.
Foxborough. Yeah.
It's
So
a rebuild.
yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of pieces, man, on that team, man. Within a few years, man, you guys
Yeah,
can start doing some serious damage, man.
yeah.
Serious
Appreciate
damage.
it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Javon Baker and Jalen Pope. Which wide receiver do you feel what has the most upside
Upside,
for
interesting.
Baker and Pope?
Yeah, I think that I had Polk ahead of Baker, and there were some mocks of actually him going, late one, kind of early, early in the middle of the process. But then, as he got closer, it just, it seemed like, he just kept falling and falling. But like I said, I like Polk better. But I think that Baker has more upside, if he reaches it. But you know what? Those are really nice players for New England. I like it.
Yeah, my thing about Baker, he's kind of inconsistent. He made some flash plays, but he got some drop problems. He did transfer from Alabama. So just looking at some of the scouting report, he's a little inconsistent at times, but boy, does he make some wild plays.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's good, but at the same time, Alabama's always got a loaded room, right? So, it's hard to, it's hard to smell the field, like if you don't, if you're not performing, you're not seeing the field, right? So that's right, So
Yeah. Where did you have Marcellus Dow ranked? Where did you have him at on your draft board? The
honestly,
cornerback out of
man,
South Carolina.
yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't do any work on him at all. I just heard of him, or it was late in the process. I wasn't like too deep on guys this year, but I mean, he was what? He was a sixth rounder. Oh, okay.
Sixth
So I
rounder.
mean, is he gonna make the team
Yeah, he should. He should.
as well, like a fifth corner or like a special teams
Probably a
guy?
four. Well, he's having a good mini camp. I mean, like a good offseason so far. So he got some size to it too. And we need another corner too. Opposite Gonzo, we need another corner outside with some size. So I definitely can
Yep.
see him making the team. It's very rare that you see like. I mean, if he was a 7th rounder, now I'd be like, okay, maybe he ain't gonna make it. But he's a 6th rounder, so I think that he'll probably make it. Probably special
Yeah,
teams.
he's got some value, like just because you went, in the 6th, 7th round, it doesn't mean you have no value at all.
Right.
I've always, people say, oh, well, you know what, he was a 6th rounder. Well, that doesn't mean that he can't be a starter, right?
Mm,
Right?
right.
There's, yeah, sure, you're obviously facing, like an uphill battle, to make the team. And obviously, if you get caught, there's a good chance of you coming down to play in Canada, where I am,
Right.
obviously, right? But I mean, every more of the story, every pick has value.
Yeah.
Every single
Every
pick
pick
has.
is every pick is like a lottery pick. You don't know what you're gonna get from it.
No, no. You know what? You're 100% right. Any pick, it can be first overall. It can be, and even Mr. Irrelevant. You don't,
Yeah.
any, anybody can have success in this league if you put the right, if you put your mind into it and you're in the right situation, right?
Could you see a scenario where Joe Milton plays this year? Maybe like an injury or something like that. He probably be like a practice squatter. Because we do have Brissett, Drake May,
Yep.
maybe Bailey Zappi if they keep 3 quarterbacks might be number 3. Or I'm hearing they might trade Bailey Zappi out and Joe Milton would be the number 3 quarterback. So what you think about? I think Joe Milton can have a pretty good preseason. He could shine in preseason. So how you feel about that?
Are you talking about Milton getting reps at quarterback or a tight end?
Yeah, as a start, what could you see him? Could you see a scenario where he starts a game this year for the Patriots?
Starting a game,
Yeah,
I
for Joe
would
Milton,
probably say it's unlikely, but I mean, it's definitely possible. You go
he could
Zap,
shine in
Zap.
the preseason. Yeah, preseason he probably could shine though.
Yeah, that's preseason though. But I mean, are you talking about starting preseason or regular
No, no,
season?
no. Starting a regular season game, but I'm just saying he could. I know he could preseason a time where he could shine at this year.
Oh yeah, I mean, like he's because like you said, right? If they keep Zappy, he
Mm.
could be like a practice squad, or even again, like we said, a tight end guy. But the probability of him starting, I mean, it's
He's
anything's
raw. He's
possible.
very raw, man. He's very raw.
Yeah, you know what? He's got a bazooka of an arm, man.
Yeah.
I thought honestly, like I thought he would go a bit higher than that. I think I had him. I want to say it was a 4. I can't remember. I can't remember what round I had him in. I think it might have been earlier than the 6. But I mean, he's they even said it. You know what? He's got starter traits, but
Yeah.
as like a regular full-time starter, I don't think he'll. I just don't think he'll ever amount to it.
That was a strange pick for them to pick him in the 7th round. That was very strange, but
Oh yeah, no, he
yeah,
was.
7th round.
No, he was
He was in the 7th round. They
the
got him in
6th round.
6th round.
No,
6th round. Yeah, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
6th round. Yeah.
I got him mixed up with the next player we're about to talk about, Jaheim Bell. This is
Bell.
like one of
Yeah.
my second. Yeah, everybody like Drake. I like this is one of my favorite picks in this draft. What did you have him on your draft board, and what are your expectations for him?
I think I had him. I want to say it was 3rd or 4th round. He might have slipped to the
Mm,
5th, but I mean, like he's a guy, that's played everywhere. He's played H back, he's played fullback, he's played tight end, and actually they even compared him to the ex-Patriot John Smith.
yeah, I
Right?
see it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like is he? I mean, is he even going to be the starter this year? Like, who's going to start?
Is who gonna start? Jaheim
Like,
Bell.
yeah, no. Well, I mean, because Hunter Henry's still there, so I mean, is
Henry's
he
still there.
gonna?
We traded John New last year. We got Henry, we got Austin Hooper, and Jaheim Bell probably the 3rd string tight end.
Okay, so I mean, he's gonna see some action, but I mean,
Yeah, he'll see some action. He'll see
yeah,
some
yeah,
action.
no, he can be like a nice blocking tight end, but
Well,
I mean,
I see he can get through the seam. He can catch. He got a lot of yak ability run after catch. He can get through the seam. So he got a lot of playmaking ability.
yeah, but I mean, he won't. He's not a true tight end,
Yeah.
right? And even the John Smith experiment, I knew it wasn't going to work out. I just didn't think he was worth all that money they gave him. I make he like He's not a great tight end. He's a nice tight end, but again, no, I didn't think he
They
was
paid him as if he was like a regular traditional tight end, like he was a Gronk or Gonzalez or Antonio Gates, Kelsey, something like that. That's not what John Dewey is. More like a H back or something like that.
Yeah, where he can be used everywhere, right? And you know what? Honestly, you know what? Every team needs a guy like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's good to have. It's like, I always tell people, you know what? If you have, if both your quarterbacks go down, you know, I think it's, maybe better to save a roster spot and have a guy, like a Julian Edelman who's played quarterback, right?
Right.
So, an emergency situation, he can give you some reps at quarterback, right? So that way,
Mhm.
you can save a roster spot, for something else, right? It's like or a Luke McCaffrey, right?
From Washington, yeah.
Yeah, because he was a quarterback at
Right when he at Rice?
yeah, when he was a receiver there, yeah, but he started off as a quarterback in Nebraska. So like,
Okay.
he can give you, you know, if if you know if you know if it's if you're looking at a bad situation, he can step in there. But I mean, every team has their own, has their own ways of doing things. If the Patriots,
Weird.
obviously,
They do weird stuff.
yeah, it just seems like they do everything like it seems like it's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
It's
Like
like
not
where it's
naming the general manager and
yeah, it's uncommon, that stuff, man. It's
yeah.
uncommon. Yeah, yeah. You know what? It was a good draft though. Like you guys had a nice
Yeah.
draft. Like this, like you can give it. Yeah. I mean, this year is going to be another rebuilding year, as you know, right? And
Right.
every Patriots fan knows it. But
I
but
think 6 or 7 wins this year, it'd be a successful season for me. I mean, we're not going to sit here and
yeah,
say 10 wins or win the Super Bowl, but like 6 or 7 wins this year, I think that's a positive. You won 4 games last year, so I mean, you can't. As long as you have more wins than that, I mean, that's. I think that's good. That's a successful season. Now, I think next
yeah,
year can be the year where you make the big league. You go out, maybe get your number one wide receiver, trade for like a T. Higgins or something like that. You're gonna have the most cap space next year, so maybe next year you can make that
ooh,
Houston Texans
cool.
CJ Stroud league.
Oh, so they don't. Okay, so they got the most cap, but I mean,
Next year they
they
do.
can. I mean, they can even get T. Higgins now if they wanted to. But I
Yeah,
mean,
but I think they want to wait and see what these young guys got. They want to wait and see what Javon Baker can do, Jalen Hooker. Javon Baker, if he can be a number one for you, like an X, why you don't need T. Higgins? Because if you do get another wide receiver, everybody else on that chart, they're going to go down. So you're kind of stunting the development of your younger wide receivers.
yeah, but at the same time, though, right? If the Patriots brass doesn't view them as ones right now, maybe it's best to bring somebody in for Drake May, though, right? So that way, you don't stunt his growth.
True, but it's one of those things we probably have to wait till training camp, mini camp, preseason, and just see what happens from there, and then you'll know where you at.
Oh yeah, there's still you. Yeah,
It's a way, yeah.
no, you still got training camp. You still
Mini
got preseason.
camp.
There's a lot. It's not just preseason. There's a lot of stuff. Oh, we got a comment here from
Jamar, what's
Jamar.
going on, man? Yeah, he said, yeah, that's true. They won't
It,
go
it
get
won't,
T because they'll wait to see what we have in the rookie. Hey, that's what I've been saying. Appreciate it, man. If y'all
fair
on
enough.
YouTube,
Fair
make sure
enough.
y'all hit. If y'all on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit the like button. You on Facebook, share it.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I would probably say yeah 6 7 wins would be a success. Yeah,
Yeah,
I I think they'll
the
be good.
bar is low, but hey, that's what you got to do for right now.
Well, I mean, no, it's hard to evaluate, a Gerard Mayo, because he hasn't stepped in the head coaching shoes before. So, what, nobody knows what to expect. He's been an assistant, and that's good. But as a head coach, it's a different ball game. So again, nobody knows what to expect, right? So,
Hmm.
it's gonna, it's gonna be a learning year, man, and that. But again, though, you guys have the pieces.
Yeah, long as you
It's,
got that quarterback.
yep. Well, they need to. Yeah, you know what, they got to get this kid some help,
Yeah.
right? Because that's the main thing, right? Because if these wide receivers, if they don't step up, and then we could be talking about the Mac Jones experiment again, right?
And you don't, yeah, yeah. I'm done with the Mac Jones. You don't want that. No, you don't want that to happen.
Yeah, you want to, you're always looking forward,
Yeah.
so and Drake May is a guy, that's got a lot of talent, right? Everybody knew, he was going to go high. Everybody had him, top 5 of their mock drafts. From last year, going into this year. So you know what, he's no joke. Everybody knows who he is, and everybody knows the talent that he has, right? So
Yeah.
you know, he's got to put it all together, right? It's simple as
Honestly,
that,
I'm more
right?
worried about our offensive line more than our wide receiver core. Yeah, me too, man. That offensive line, they got to get that, especially that left side. I wouldn't throw Drake out there. That O line ain't right. So it's gonna be very interesting to see, man. Um,
Well, has Cole Strange like not been playing well?
no, he got hurt, so he had. I think he
Yeah,
messed up his ACL or something. So he's probably not even going to start the season. That's why we drafted so many guards like this past draft. Then we got like, you remember Antonio Moffitt? We got him from last year. So we got like 3 or 4 guards right behind him. So it's gonna be open competition. Big competition for those guards. I think the right side to be okay. It's the left side because as we all know, if you got one tackle spot that you kind of unsure about, you kind of can work around it because you can do some doubles. You got to chip a running back over there. You can't have both your tackles at question marks.
like who is even the left tackle? Like
Right now,
yeah, yeah,
it's Chuck's core for from Pittsburgh. Then they got later we drafted Caden Wallace from Penn State, but he's a
yeah.
right
Penn
tackle. But
State.
we're trying to move him to left tackle.
Yeah, like honestly, like I haven't even been looking, at the depth chart. Like I haven't been. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, yeah, no, I still got Jake Andrews. And they got. Well,
He's a
no,
center, right?
yeah, but they also have that Onwu guy. But I mean, I think he's better at guard, and they got him at tackle right now.
We paid him for right tackle though.
Yeah, but I think he's. Yeah, but I mean, but see, he was mostly a guard though, right? And then and then he kicked over to right tackle, right?
Does the guy from the Steelers have experience playing left tackle? He does. I think he took a couple snaps there last year, Jamari, but I think for the most part he was a right tackle. So my thing is, we got 2 players that we're trying to convert to left tackles. So I think why don't you just draft a left tackle, go trade for one? But man, if they got question marks on the offensive line during training camp, I'm not throwing May out there. Just let him sit. You
Yeah,
can't throw him out there like that. The worst thing you could do is have him go out there and just have him like get in his way mentally. You can't. You don't want to mess him up. Like then, like you said, you got another Matt Jones situation.
yeah. Like I said earlier, you don't want to throw him into the fire. You don't want that. You don't
Yeah,
want
that
that to
is kind of
happen.
question. Yep.
That's kind of
Hey,
question. Is
Pupo,
there
man.
anything
Go
else you
ahead.
want to ask me or?
Well, that's about it. I just want to do a quick recap, man. I know I didn't have a chance. We supposed to do it last Sunday. Didn't have a chance to get you on, man.
Yep.
So if you don't have anything else, man, we can go ahead and close everybody out. Close it out.
Let me ask you one thing. Do you think Gerard Mayo is ready to be a head coach, or do you think more seasoning was needed?
I think he's ready. He's been there. I mean, he was up on the bill. He's been there. Him and Kraft knew each other. He played for the Patriots. He's always
Yep.
wanted to be a coach. So he got tons of experience. He got some connections and whatnot. I think time to tell. I think they needed it. It was time for Bill to go.
It
So
was
whether
time, man. Like
yeah,
we talked
whether
about.
Mayo's ready or not, I mean, it was just time. You know what I mean? And for what I heard, Kraft was going to get rid of Bill year before last, but his son didn't want him to. Jonathan Kraft, I believe. So it was time. It's these young players now, man. You need like a young coach that can relate to the players and build a relationship with the players, not just be like the old guy, just tell somebody what to do, but tell them why you want them to do something. That's what I'm thinking about Coach
Yep.
Mayo. He's younger and he's gonna be able to communicate with it. Bill. I think Bill too stuck in his old way,
He
so
was
I
old
think
school.
yeah, and like it was just time. Like then, see, it's different when you're doing that, when you're talking like that, coaching and you're winning. That's fine. But once you're not winning games anymore, That stuff's going in one ear out the other. So it was just time for a new voice. All good things come to an end.
Yeah, I know, but see, at the same time, though, just because he was an assistant coach, though, it doesn't mean that he's fully ready to take on a head coaching role. But I mean,
Well, what I'm saying is like he's gonna have growing pains, like
yeah,
situational
fair enough.
football. Like that's what Belichick was the best at, situational football. So he's gonna have some growing pain. I'm not saying like I can't wait to see the first time he's gonna throw a challenge flag or the first time like 4th and 1. Are you gonna go for it or are you gonna punt? We know what Belichick would do. Belichick a punt. So I just like, and we're not gonna be a 10, 12 win team this year. So we're gonna take a lot of gambles, try to steal some games, steal some possessions.
Yeah,
So
fair enough,
I
fair
think
enough.
the defense is going to be fine. I'm not worried about the defense. I think the defense will be fine. It's just the offense.
Yep.
And I think what with us bringing in Van Pelt from Cleveland, drafting Drake May, we got Elliott Wolf. We all know Elliott Wolf from Green Bay. They drafted a lot of good wide receivers over there. It could take me all day to name all the ones he hit on down there. My question is just the offensive line. I think we're gonna surprise some people this year. I really think we're gonna surprise. I don't think we're gonna be as bad as I'm not gonna say we're not winning the Super Bowl next year. We're not gonna make a deep playoff run, but I'm not like I don't
Yeah.
think we're gonna have I think we can win 6 or 7 games, and then like a successful season for me as a Patriots fan would be to win about 6 or 7 games and like just be in every game, be and just show growth from the younger players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
because you said or no, you got the guy from Cleveland. You were talking about
Vin Pelt, yeah, Vin Pelt,
oh yeah, yeah, the OC. Yeah.
facts, Jamar. Yep. So
What'd you say? Oh, where do you see the comments on here?
on my screen, players already look up to him and respect. Yeah, he's talking about Mayo.
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, right? Like you said, Mayo, May. You know what? Honestly, you know what? I wonder if that factored into it. You think,
possibly,
like,
possibly.
like if, if they knew, let's say, if Washington wanted, May at 2, right? If
Right.
they wanted him at 2, I can't see you.
No, you good. Go ahead. I had to put my charger in.
Okay. Yeah, like if they wanted him at 2, I wonder if they would have traded up for him. It's
If who?
interesting.
Repeat that.
So if they wanted Drake May, Washington, but New England gave him like a crazy offer, that they couldn't resist. I wonder if they would have traded up for him, because
If the Patriots
May,
would have traded up for May,
yeah, because like we talked about, Mayo and May, maybe maybe it kind of factored in.
no, I don't think. From what I heard, they would have been happy with May or Daniel. They had both of them high on the board. It just so happened May failed. Now, as we got like about a month from the draft, we kind of knew like Daniels was going to. Most people knew Daniels was going to. May was going to go 3. So from what I was told, what I heard that they was already prepared for May. And I heard a lot of stuff about JJ McCarthy, but I never really gave that a lot of energy. So that's
Oh, I wasn't buying it.
yeah, yeah. So May really like they was if Washington would have took May, I think they would have been okay with Daniels. So
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. No. Like. I just wanted to, reiterate. Like what I meant was like, you know, if New England really, really wanted Drake May, right, right,
they
and
would have traded
Washington,
up for him.
yeah. But it's interesting to find out if
Yeah.
Washington would have gave in.
Mm, I don't know if they would have
Interesting.
traded up. I don't know if they would have traded up for him. I don't know if they would have did. I don't know if they loved him that much.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
Jaden
I don't think
Daniels
they
and
would have traded up for him. They would have just sat and took Dan, whoever was left. I don't think they traded up.
no.
And especially if you're trading up for him, then he need to be starting.
Not always, because I mean, Jay and Daniels is in a different situation. Everyone knows he's going to start week 1, right?
Yeah, he's starting. Who's their
It's
backup in Washington? Is Mariota, right? Yeah.
it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they got
think.
Mariota.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, no, but see, he's in a different situation. Right? He's got better receivers than May, right? And I
Yeah.
think he's on a little bit of a better team. So I mean.
Yeah, they would have just sat and took Jaden. Yeah, I agree with that, Jamar. I agree
Yeah,
with that.
ultimately though, you can't go wrong, with Drake May and Daniels,
Yeah.
they're both studs, man, and they were picked, and they were picked that high for many reasons, right? So,
Yep. Hey man, I appreciate it, man. We've been out here about 30 minutes
yeah,
talking draft.
yeah,
I
it was
promise you I'll get you. Yeah, I promise I will go get you back on to do a quick recap, man. Thankful to do this with you every year. I love talking to you around draft, before the
yep,
draft and during the draft, after the draft, man. Can't wait to get you back on next year for the 2025 draft or
okay.
whatnot. So probably I might even have you on before then. We'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna ask, yeah, would you want to have me on like before you guys kick off the season or something like that? Or
yeah,
like,
we got plenty of time. We'll get together for that, man. I can't
okay,
believe we ain't talked about your Cowboys, man. Real quick, what game you going to?
we're going to Pittsburgh October 6th, buddy.
Okay, okay. I might
Yep.
have to get back down to Dallas this year for a game, man. But let everybody know where they can find you, some of your draft work at or whatnot, or where they can follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, it's what is it? I don't even know my Twitter. What is
We went
I do
over
this
this
all the
last
time.
time.
I think
Hold
it's
on.
like what? I don't even know my handle, man. It's like I think it's like Anthony Pupo 94 underscore or something like that.
Let me see. Let me hold on.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't even know, man.
Yeah, 94.
Is it?
Yeah, Anthony Pupo 90. Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
94.
That's where you can find
So
me. Yep.
y'all make
And
sure y'all give him a follow on Twitter. He do some good draft work, man.
oh
How was your
yeah.
mock draft this year? How many did you hit on? Did you hit on your lot? Well, the first round anyway.
Uh I hit on obviously Caleb Williams. I gotta look. There was a few. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Because there was like two or three. Oh, okay, okay. Marvin Harrison. Okay, I got that one right. I had
I
Minnesota
think a
trade
lot of
that
people
one.
got that
Okay.
right.
Yep. Yeah. Malik Neighbors got that one right. Uh, I had a Fuaga going to New Orleans at that pick. I got that one right.
Mm.
That was a good one.
Where did you have
Uh,
Alt going?
Alt. I am going to Tennessee.
So you got that wrong. I was
Yeah.
surprised he went to LA. I thought he would go to Tennessee.
Yeah. Who did No, no. Miami got Marius Mims, right?
No, he went to the Bengals,
Oh,
Cincinnati.
Bengals. Oh no. Oh no. Miami got
Miami got the guy from, was it Rutgers? No,
Rutgers.
no. They got a tackle from I can't think of his name. Um, dang. Hold
I
on.
can't even remember.
Yeah, they got a. He played for some team in red. I do know that much.
I can't believe I forgot, man.
Oh man, I can't believe. Come on, you supposed to know this.
Man, like wasn't
It's. I got you.
it wasn't Troy
They got
Fauton.
no. Yeah, they got Chop Robinson, but I'm talking about the offensive tackle that
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Chop. No, yeah, no, that's who they got. Yeah, Chop Robinson.
no, they got a tackle too though.
Yeah, but it wasn't the first round.
Patrick Paul.
Oh yeah, that guy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they
There
got
was some
Chop.
buzz on him going the
Appreciate
first round.
appreciate that, Jamar. But
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot. I mean, yeah, and let me see. That was the only other one I had.
yeah, Miami took Chop Robinson in the first round.
Oh, and I also got Graham Barton to a Tampa Bay too. I got that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought
That
he
was
was going to Dallas. I thought he was going to Dallas.
no. I had us taking a Powers Johnson, and then I
Okay.
had that was the only So and then I had New England. Excuse me. Taking Leggett at 34, and we
Hey, you
all know.
know what? We tried to trade back into late in the first round with Buffalo, but
Yeah, Carol.
Buffalo gave the pick to Carolina. They said we was trying to trade back in to get Leggett or Keon Coleman,
Yeah,
but then Buffalo messed around and traded their pick with Kansas City, and Kansas City got Worthy, but they wouldn't
yep.
let us. They wouldn't let us get Leggett. That's who I heard we was trying to get Leggett. That how do you think we would have did with Drake May and Leggett, man?
Yeah, I
Would you give us our win total? Would you give us a few more wins?
maybe one or so more, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's what's done is done, right? And like, I guess the Bills, were comfortable, because Carolina probably told them, well, what, this is the guy we want, right? And
Yeah.
Buffalo's like, okay, well,
And they
we
didn't want
want,
him going in the division.
yeah, right. We want Keon Coleman, so you know what, we'll trade our pick. We'll get whatever they got, an additional pick or two, and then
Mhm.
and they still got their guy Keon Coleman at 33, right? So I
And
mean,
gave Kansas City Worthy, which is crazy.
yeah, which was kind of, I
I think
mean,
Chiefs gonna be a lot better than last year.
yeah, that was, well, yeah, but you also have to understand, with the Rasheed Rice uncertainty,
Yeah,
right?
but I think they got Hollywood, they got Worthy, they got Kelce. He's gonna be, Pacheco, and they won it last year with nobody at wide receiver. And then the year before that, they had Juju Smith-Schuster and Marquez Valdez
Uh,
Scantling as their best receiver. So they've proven they
yeah.
can do it without top talent.
Well, they had
So
Scantling last year, but I
yeah,
mean,
last year they had Scantling. Yeah.
he's
Hit and
he's
miss.
and
He's hit and miss.
yeah, I think he's a high three. If he's a two, he's a low two.
But if they
He's
do
not.
get Rice back and pair him with Hollywood and Worthy, kept man, I think they got one of the best wide receiver cores in the league.
Yeah, they're gonna be dangerous again, man.
Yeah, but
Again.
hey man, appreciate you joining me, man.
Okay.
Let everybody know one more time where they can find you at Anthony Pupo 94.
Yeah, on Twitter. Yeah, you
Hey,
got
y'all
it.
go check.
I
Yeah, y'all
can't.
go
I
check.
always forget. I can't believe it.
Y'all go check my boy out, man. Give my like, a follow him on Instagram, like follow him on Twitter and all that, man. I appreciate all
Yeah.
y'all joining me, man. If you're on YouTube, make sure you hit that like button, Facebook, share, and on Twitter also, man. I appreciate it. Have a good one.